heard this question about how we're going to get people empowered about projects. I was actually pretty empowered myself because I'm really passionate about seeing a lot of people coming together to get that project done, to get that idea realized and come across. And I think what I've noticed about people my age and about people in my community is that, yeah, we are empowered, we're ready to go, but where are we going to get this information? How are we going to find out about these projects? Because everybody's on this different level of how involved we want to be, you know. So some people want to go out and they want to make the project and want to get everything done, and other people are just sitting on the couch, apathetic. But when they hear about the project, they can get that same involvement, and they really want to get in there, and they want to help. So I think it really ties back to apathy is boring. We need projects to get people interested in projects. You know, we need things to reach out to the youth of today and to people right now, people who want to help, because I think we're a community of people who just want to contribute. I think it's human nature to want to help people and to want to make our community a better place. And it's not asking too much to lend a hand, and I'm sure anyone would jump at the opportunity. I mean, I'm looking at a room of people who I know would gladly help. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what I think.
So again, I think a theme that we heard a lot this morning, we tried to get across this morning, is that sometimes getting involved, you just need to feel like you have the opportunity, or you feel like you have something that you can get involved in, and it needs to be accessible. It needs to be something that we can start small and then move on to bigger projects. François? Woo! Awesome.
Yeah.
So I think François is going to continue to talk about the theme of accessibility.
Hello. Yeah, so we're really going to ask questions of accessibility in terms of how to get out to people, but I'd like to start off with saying, even myself, I'm probably subjected or suffering from apathy, if you will. And it's really difficult to motivate oneself to try and overcome that and do something with your actions. And it's a lot of time being spent with people telling us, in a sense, to follow this method of being as opposed to try to motivate and inspire people to be themselves and to bring out what they want to bring personally to the world around them. And yeah, I don't know, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Andrew.
Thank you. Yeah, so everybody can hear me? We're good. So my name's Andrew, and I'm actually not from Montreal. I'm from Toronto. But I also don't hate Toronto. I don't even pay attention to hockey. So don't believe me. I do have a concern that I'd like to share with everybody, and that is that, at least in Toronto, I don't see enough of programs and organizations like Apathy is boring. And I think it's wonderful that we're all here today. And I really do believe that, as Nikki said, that youth would actually act to better the world if only if only they knew about organizations like Apathy is boring. And also, I think for those of us who do know these organizations, there's sort of this strange ambiguity about community leaders and about those who are involved in the government, because although we're taught in school about the hierarchy, and this is the Prime Minister, and this is what the Prime Minister does, and this is the Governor General, this is what the Governor General does, and so on and so forth. There's sort of like, we also watch shows like This Hour Has 22 Minutes and Air Farce and so on, Rick Mercer Report, and we don't really actually know much about our government and our system. So I'd just like to see more organizations and programs and things like Apathy is boring, so that we do get a better idea of what's going on and who these people are and what they're doing so that we can act and we can work with them. Is that it?
And that's exactly what days like today we try to do. So we try to remember that we need to put elected officials and community leaders and youth in the same room, not just during elections, not just when elected officials need something from youth, but when there's an opportunity to have a dialogue and just talk about stuff and kind of get to know your elected official. I grew up in the Yukon, and so I knew who my MP was because I saw him and her at various different times walking down the street, and spoke in my high school class and came to talk to us. And often that isn't always the same experience. Often there isn't that opportunity for dialogue. So that's what Apathy is going to try to do here today, and hopefully we will continue to do that in different ways. It's about talking to each other. So I think that's great. Thank you. I don't know if the artist from Montreal is here now.